Hello, Cancer. Thank you for tuning into your general read. For the main part of the read, I got the Modern Spellcaster's Tarot by Melanie Marquis, illustrated by Scott Murphy. For the support of Oracle cards, Angel's Answers Oracle cards by Dorian Virtue and Randy Valentine. Alright, let's see what we got here. That seems to be tipping. All right, so now I don't think this is a bad thing, but I do think I do have an overall energy here for you. This is the first card I'm drawn to, the top card, the overall energy. The Moon card. Things aren't what they seem. Things have not completely developed. Things are a little scarier than they actually are. Things aren't as bad as they seem. I don't know. I don't know if it's bad here. I don't really feel like a bad energy going through here. But I feel like it might be a little nerve-wracking at some points. And I'm not sure exactly what they're talking about. Yeah, this is the energy I'm getting off the card. Like, it's just being nervous and worried and preparing a little bit. But things aren't nearly as dire as it might feel. Okay. Now, going into this time frame, I am noticing you're starting with the Six of Wands and the King of Swords right in the action line. Now, I feel like something in the environment is causing a change. Now, you're doing well. I feel like when this first comes at you, you're just kind of like, okay, I'll make it through this. I don't feel like it's that bad at first blush, if that's what I want to say. When you first hear it, it doesn't seem that bad. In the long run, I'm not thinking it really is that bad either. I feel like your first impression is pretty good. But you have the attitude of just succeeding through it. You know, things are changing, things have happened. But you're going to succeed through this. It's not going to be a day in the park, but you know, it's nothing you can't handle. Now, the something better is trumping right over the two of these cards. So you might have options here? No, it's not what we're saying. What are we saying? This situation is better? This situation is better. It has to... I'm getting like a cooking reference, to tell you the truth. Something where you have to let... not soup. Something. What are you thinking? Like gravy? Maybe it's something where you have to let it simmer for a while. The longer you let it simmer, the more it thickens, the better it is. So, but I'm getting here with that same analogy, like when the changes come in, because you get the King of Swords is saying this is how it is, not a negotiation. Just this is how it is. When the changes happen, I don't feel like things are in place completely. The change does happen, but it's still like it's going to take a while to get up to speed for all the pieces to get into place like they need to be. But once they get there, it's going to be better than where it is now. Okay. The road there may be a little bit shaky though, and they're saying this is something better, but it may not seem it on the ride there. You might have to get there before you get to appreciate that it is better. That's what they're saying. Okay, and confirming. Now, I'm seeing the Knight of Cups in the environment here. Which I'm getting that there's a lot of whatever this change is, there's a lot of support here from the people who had the power to make the decision. There's a lot of support with the people carrying it out. I feel like there's There's support for this. I feel like, is that what we're getting? And it's not like you're against it, but I feel like there's a nervousness here, like battle wounds type feel. Um, People have gone through changes in the situation before. You've gone through situational changes before. And it's the battle wounds that seem to be like, I've gone through worse. This will be fine. Just got to get through it. I'm noticing they're using the Knight of Cups to bring this message through, though. So I'm feeling like people are excited about it and they want it to happen. But it's kind of like the building the barn portion here. That's another fun reference. Building the barn before you can actually use it to put the hay and the animals and enjoy whatever you want to enjoy from it. I feel like it's the building the barn stage. Building the barn stage in the sense of like, you're going to build all this structure. Once it's built, even when that's completed, you still have to get everything in there, and then you have to give it time after you get everything in there for all that to come to fruition, so that you can enjoy the fruits of the labor. Like, but if that makes sense, like you're in that build the barn phase. It's like this is the first phase to bring in the other pieces to get them going, but nothing can happen until this phase is done. It's like build the barn phase. I hope that makes sense. I feel it's I got a cooking reference and a barn reference. That's great. Interesting. Now, this is in the environment. So I feel like that might be the support you're getting here. Like, I feel like people around you might be either explaining how they feel or supporting the way you feel, one of the two, that this is just the very beginning. We have to get through this phase first before the next phase can start. That phase has to go through before the third phase. Like, I feel like nobody's expecting this to go through quickly. Nothing's supposed to come to fruition really quick. It's going to take a while, but you can enjoy each phase as it goes. It's just those small wins leading up to the big win. Okay. Now, I'm seeing this. When this card came out, that little wand, does she have a wand in her hand? I think it's a wand. It's either a wand or an athame. Might be an athame, now that I'm looking at it a little closer. It's pointing forward to the future. Like, this is how the card originally came down. Like, it's pointing forward to the future. And I feel like there's a lot of strength keeping the situation going. There's a lot of dedication, a lot of extra time taking this to happen. But, like, I feel like this initial point, the build the barn phase, if you will, after that starts taking shape, it just gets easier and easier from then on out. Is that right? Okay. So this is like this first part is the most demanding. That's what we want to say, demanding. The most demanding part of your time, of resources, whatever. It's the most demanding part. I do feel like at this point, though, because it's a lot of work and it's the very beginning, it might be a little nerve-wracking. Because I feel like there might be a worry, like, is this how it is from now on? Do we have to, like, put this much effort in? Is it going to be this hard? Because I don't know if this is for me. I just feel like it's really overworking a couple people. Maybe it's overworking you is kind of what I'm feeling. Feeling drained, feeling stretched to your limit. And you're just kind of questioning, like, is this what it is from now on? Like, is this how it is? Do I have to get used to this? Because I don't really want to. But the moon card at the top says it might feel like that, but that's not how it is. This is the most demanding it becomes, and it gets better from here on. Like, gradually better and better and better. And then you do hit that sweet spot when everything's in place, but it might be a ways down the road. Now, I am seeing, like, on the outside here, in the environment, you got the King of Pentacles, your second king in this reading, and then you have, within the next few weeks, yep. So I feel like this situation goes through this metamorphosis. While it's already been determined where it's going, like the destination has already been set. But I feel like the caravan that's on its way there is having some problems. And I feel like this is why the beginning part is the most demanding, because I feel like it's being recognized. Like, this is This is overtaxing the people involved here, and this needs to be a little bit more conducive with the workforce or whoever's dealing with it. However, that's working out. Somebody in a higher position is saying, you know what, this is going to cause loss in one sense or another. However, this situation is hitting, somebody is seeing like this is going to cause problems if we keep it this demanding. It has to be scaled back. We have to start scaling it back. Even if we have to change the timetable or something else, we need to scale this back. This is too much. That's what I'm getting from this card. Here we go. That's what I'm getting from this card. And I'm getting affirmation on it. That's what they want to say. Like somebody's looking at this like, you know what? There's going to be problems. We're going to have problems. And I feel like there's not only like people walking away, but I feel like there's a safety concern here of people being overtaxed and making foolish mistakes, putting each other at risk unnecessarily. Somebody is pushing in at least one, and it might be a group of people, but at least I'm getting a strong, at least one energy here saying, you know what? There's going to be problems. We need to balance this out. We need to calm this down a bit. Now I'm seeing on your side, I feel like this is where we're going to go first. You got the Emperor and the Justice and the perfect timing. You were starting to feel this way. You were feeling like it's a bit too much. I feel like you might also be having these safety concerns. And when this other person pushes in, it's perfect timing. Justice is there for you. You're feeling like this is good. But it's not just words, because I'm getting the Two of Pentacles. Things are being like balanced out. Like I feel like this person or people, they're immediately trying to relieve stress and relieve like the demand on people. It's too much. And they're trying to thin that out because I feel like there's a very strong safety concern here for whatever that means. And I feel like there's an error, there's a rate of error, something going on there. They're confirming that. I don't know, it feels like, clearly this feels very business-like to me, but it could go other ways. Definitely could go other ways. But whoever's involved here, they're like, you know what, we got to thin this out. They're working, like, I feel like you're one of the people, is that correct? I feel like a lot of you anyway, if this is hitting, they're getting feedback from you, they need that feedback from you, they're also telling you, like, what they need to keep things on schedule, like, it's a give and take. And I feel like you're recognizing this, like, things need to still progress, things need to keep going, but things also need to calm down a little bit, and I feel like it's a gradual, I'm getting a gradual thing here. I don't feel like it's just like everything's better right off. But it's actively doing that, you know, trying to help people stay refreshed, doing what you have to do. But definitely, I feel like things are lessening at this point because it seems like it's too much. The Two of Pentacles is telling me that this isn't something's actively being worked out here. And I feel like, again, you get the Temperance, and you got this Six of Swords here. The Temperance is telling me that this is definitely going to take a while. This does not get fixed in 2 seconds or in 2 weeks. I feel like it's going to take a few months before this is really going to be ironed out. It may be a few weeks before the other side realizes they have to do something, but it's going to be months after that before everything is really the way it should be. But I do feel with the Six of Swords here that you're getting you're getting released from the stress. And I feel like this is what this card is saying. Like that box that lady is holding, like she's taking that, she's releasing herself from the stress. She's moving on from the stress. And I feel like it's saying the Temperance with it. It's like it's a long it's a long journey. Like it's taking a while to really relieve that stress completely, but it's like it's moving in that direction. It's dedicated to that direction. I hope that makes sense. But the two of these coming together, I do feel it's like getting away from that stress, leaving the burdens behind, but it's taking a while because the reason those burdens are being left behind is because you're actively working with other people to lessen them. So it's leaving them behind and like resolving how much you have to worry about, whatever your part in the situation is, but it's putting it to rest. And I feel like it's like cementing things in a different way so that they don't come back. But it does seem like it takes a while. It definitely takes a while. So I feel like you have an optimistic viewpoint from the beginning. It may seem a little bit like, I feel like in the center part, it's overtaxing. that's where the moon comes in, I feel, because you're worried, like, oh my god, is this how it is from now on? Because I don't know if I can do this. Other people realize it because I feel like there's a safety issue, there's a losing people issue, however that works out. People are stepping in. I feel like your input is in there. Things are being balanced out. They're just warning here at the end. It's going to take a while, but it lessens more and more until finally it gets to the spot where it's comfortable, because it's going to get back to comfortable again. Okay. I think we're good. All right. So I'm going to wrap that up there. Thank you for watching. Of course, if you'd like a reading from me, shoot me an email, jamesforastral@gmail.com. James, the number 4, astral@gmail.com. Thank you.